guys, and welcome back to another video. It's Wonder with the Wonder of Nature, and I just wanted to do a video about my spiritual practice or my spiritual path. So just to start off, I do have a motto that I live by pretty much when it comes to my spiritual practice, and it is keep it simple, stupid. So I have found that when I try to overcomplicate things, or I try to get so elaborate with like rituals or spells or whatever I'm doing, I focus so much on what I'm using, what I'm like putting into it, how I'm setting things up, how I'm doing this, that I fall short of actually performing the ritual or spell or whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So I have found that I just keep it basic, keep it simple. I completely focus on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to put out into the universe, and it works for me. I do use things in my rituals and in my spells, but I don't go over the top. I don't do a lot. I pretty much just use my intent and my focus, and I'll have like a few stones or a candle or a tarot card or an oracle card, and then that's about it. I keep it simple. But so a big part of my spiritual practice is tarot. I do a lot of things with tarot. Even if it's not tarot focused, I always, like I just said, I always include a tarot card or an oracle card, and I use the cards that I choose as like an archetype or the energy I want to include in whatever ritual or spell I'm doing. I will choose a card that I feel embodies what I'm trying to send out into the universe, and I'll use that in my ritual. I am also a green witch, so I do grow a lot of things. I use herbs, I use oils. It's winter right here, right now, where I live, but in a few months it'll be spring again, and I'll be setting up my herb garden once again. I always have a regular garden and an herb garden, and then I haven't, in years past, I haven't been able to grow, dry, and store. I grow them and I use them in cooking and spells where I want like fresh herbs, but drying them and storing them I always fall short of. So this year it's gonna happen. But then I also have a regular garden where I grow tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers, potatoes, carrots, squash, all kinds of stuff. And I love it, and I love being able to grow food and then share it with people who are closest to me, which I did last year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so it's going to happen again this year. I am an empath, so my empathy does impact or influence everything that I do. I am very conscious of the emotions I send out and my thoughts and things that I send out as well, because I know for me, being an empath, I pick up on a lot of things. I do have a lot of wards or like walls or shields that I put up whenever I'm around a lot of people, but sometimes, you know, it slips, things get through, so I am always aware of my empathy and how I am handling myself with that. But empathy also it helps me, example, whenever I'm reading for a client, my empathy helps me tap into what it is that they're feeling. But one thing I do want to say, tarot helps me with my empathy because it almost acts like a middleman between myself and the emotions of others. So I can still tap into the emotions of others, but it's almost like diluted, and it's not as strong, and it doesn't affect me as much. So I still get all the information I need, but I'm able to still process things. Sometimes I get very overwhelmed, and my mind just shuts off. So that's like the basics of my spiritual practice right now. I do have a solitary way that I practice, and then I do have a way that I practice with my friends. And the way that we practice with my friends is that whenever we get together, we all decide like what spell, what ritual, what little thing, you know, that we want to do. And then we get together, we talk about it, we do it, and it's really amazing. I like having both. I like having both solitary and group practices, because if I just did one or the other, I feel like I wouldn't be getting as much out of my spiritual practice as I could be. I like working with others because it gives me new ideas, new influences, something I may be thinking about. I'll ask them, they'll give me their opinion or their like viewpoint, and then I get a whole different perspective, which I love. What's next? So I am delving into astrology. It's pretty new. I'm interested in it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of information. It's a lot. And actually, if you wanted to, my podcast, Craft and Cast, on SoundCloud.com, my friend and I, Salt, we actually did an episode based off of astrology, and it was like a little intro, and like we're both just starting, we're both just learning, so if you wanted to hear that episode, I will link it below. But yeah, I'm super excited to be working, that's my dog, I'm super excited to be working with astrology. I'm super excited to be learning new things. I'm also excited to take astrology and include it into my tarot practice and my tarot studies. But yeah, that's about it for me. I know I'm going to be delving into new things in the coming year. I know I'm going to be trying out new things. I do want to branch out on a couple things. And there are things that are going to help me and propel me to do that. So I'm super excited to see where 2018 takes me, and I'll take you along for the ride. I'll let you know what I try, what I practice, things like that. But thank you for watching. This has been Wonder with Wonder of Nature. Blessings and growth. Much love, and I will see you later.